Hi everyone, my name is Tyann Dorsey and welcome to Hoxley Whole Soap. Alright, so today I'm doing something a little bit different than my normal soap. I just put this product online. I've been selling it at my block parties or farmers markets, and it's actually going pretty well. So, I use that as a tester to see how people like it. I've got several people who I've given free product to just to test out to see how they like it, because I love this product, but if I'm going to sell it, I need to make sure that the population, the public, is going to like it too. So this is my homemade laundry detergent. I've been using this formula for a couple years. There are so many different formulas out there. There's huge batches, small batches. This is probably a mid-range batch. Let me go get, I'm doing laundry right now. Let me go get my laundry detergent container, and I'll show you the size that I use. So this is just a standard Rubbermaid cereal container. You can open it up this way and this way. And this will last my family of 4 and 3 girls, 1 man, probably for a few months. And as you can see, I'm really low. The last time I filled this up, let's see, it's January now. The last time I filled this up was back in the summer. So yeah, it lasts more than a few months. Sorry, I got a little drippy nose. I was out in the garage getting all the ingredients, which I will go over with as I put them together, because I pre-measured everything because I'm doing the bar soap first, and then I'm going to put everything together because I need to make new bar soap. I've got the last little bit right here, and it still smells lemony fresh. And so I will go through how to make this first, and here's the recipe. I will also put it on there. I use this soap mold from Crafter's Choice. I actually found this on Amazon. It holds about 20 ounces. And so here's the recipe. It's 100% coconut oil with 0 super fat, because I need this to be ultra cleansing. I have heard that lard also makes a really good laundry detergent, but as you can see, the cleansing is 67, which is way above what you would need for actual bar body soap or face soap. So you want this to be ultra cleansing, and you don't use a lot of this bar, because this was a pretty full bag, because I shredded this up and I put a little bit baking soda to keep it from clumping together, and this has lasted me a good long time. I'm going to show you all the ingredients, tell you all the ingredients, and what I actually put in my laundry detergent that I sell online. But then after that, I'm going to add one more ingredient to show you what I like to do for my personal batch. And the reason why I do leave this out for selling, I figured that everybody likes to have their own fragrance. So if you want to add like a scent booster or something, that's a personal preference that I'm not going to force my scent on you. Now, what you're going to get is lemon essential oil fragrance. Anything else, fragrance-wise, you can add whatever you want. So let's go ahead and start with the coconut oil. This is 13 ounces of coconut oil, the 76 degree, the standard coconut oil. And then my water as percent of oil weight is 32. Now, if you go on a soap calc, it automatically pops up as 38%. I normally soap at a 28%, but for this one, I did a 32 because I wanted a little bit extra water in there. So yeah, it's a 0 super fat because you don't want any oils in this since it is a laundry detergent. So as I said before, I will put this ingredient on the description in my video. So let's get started. And I also will talk you through it as I'm doing this. Okay, so I have 4.15. It calls for 4.16, but my it only does half 0.05 ounces at a time. So this is 4.15 ounces of distilled water, and then this is 2.38, because I just did, when it hit the 2.35, I just did a little bit more. So it's about 2.38 of lye. So we're going to put this together, and I used room temperature distilled water. I normally soap when I make my lye solution. I normally use refrigerator cold water temperature, but I wanted room temperature because I'm going to do the heat transfer method, which means I'm going to take the hot lye water right after this all dissolves in the water and there's no more granules left. I'm going to pour it directly in there into the coconut oil, and I'm going to let the heat from the lye water melt down the coconut oil before I even put a stick blender in there. So let's start with, I'm going to pour about half of the lye granules into the distilled water to get it started. And I'm just going to stir it with my spatula, and it goes fairly quickly. And all you have to do is feel the bottom. Yeah, it's already dissolved. Keep your head away. Don't look down on it because the fumes are not fun. Throw this away. Come back. And let's get all the granules off the spoon. Ooh, that's nice and hot. So I want to get all the granules off the spoon and dissolved. So that's a good hot lye solution. So I'm going to stir, 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 stir. Here's a thermometer and show you the temperature. That's 209.3 degrees, 98.5 Celsius. So there's 209 Fahrenheit. Okay. Get that out of the way. And here we go. It's all nice and hot. And then I'm going to slowly pour that over the coconut oil. Yeah. See, it's actually doing a really good job. And as you know, coconut oil just melts really well in the palm of your hand. So body heat temperature will melt this. I think that's what the 76 degree indicates, is that's where the melting point is. Put that right there. Get this going. Scrape down the sides. Normally, what I do when I make my laundry detergent, I go out to the garage because it is a powdery mess. I have to wear a respirator because some of the powder gets airborne. None of the ingredients are toxic, but you don't want to inhale them because it is not fun to inhale that powder. So, and I might be echoey right now. I've got my face shield on. I have to wear glasses, and I don't wear goggles because they fog up and I just can't see, and that's dangerous if you can't see what you're doing. So, and I've tried buying prescription strength work glasses, work goggles, and they created a migraine effect with me. They were very fishbowl-like, so I can't wear those. And they cost me a pretty penny, which was very disappointing. So I've got this face shield on, so it goes down really low, but the mic where it is, I don't know if you can see, hello, see my face shield? It's making the mic right there, it's like cupping it, because I've got my chin down, because you do not want this lye solution to get in your face. So we are almost all melted. Those last little stubborn bits. And by no means is this emulsified. It is very much lye and oil separated. In the olden days, they would have to stir for hours and hours. I don't know if anybody remembers Beverly Hillbillies, but they actually had an episode where Grandma was making the lye, the soap, and it was an all-day affair. And the young girl on there just hated it, but it had to be done. And as I found out, homemade soap is so much better for you. Your skin loves it. I looked on YouTube and found out there is a lot of people who are making soap. And my very first recipe consisted of coconut oil, shea butter, and olive oil. It was, excuse me, it was so simple and so good, and I loved it. And then I fell in love with the process of making soap and having so much fun making soap. I don't even think I need this. So I'm going to put that down here since I don't feel like I need this. And then I'm going to use my stick blender. Get this blended up to an emulsion. Then I'm going to add my lemon essential oil. I love lemon essential oil for cleaning. And it just smells so good. So this is not terribly warm. It's at a 99, 99.1 Fahrenheit, 37.3 Celsius. That's pretty neat how much that reduced down. And actually, I try to soap between 85 and 95, so this is not far off. So that is pretty close to where I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my lemon essential oil. And I did this at a 5%. Since it's a detergent and it's going to go into a large washing machine, so for cleansing, I'm not shy with it, let's just say that. Oh, it smells so good. I love lemon. When it comes to cleaning products, oh, lemon is my absolute favorite. Some people like orange. Orange oil is a great cleanser too. I've made mechanic soap before, and I use orange oil in that, and it works so well. Actually, I'm down to like 4 bars of that, so I'll do a video on my mechanic bar. And that uses, what is it? Walnut shell powder, and pumice. So as you can see, I'm not buzzing it too terribly much. I'm more just stirring, because I do like having at a nice pourable consistency. But I need to move it along a little bit. I don't want this video to be too terribly long. Oh yeah, that's a good emulsion. It's probably a low trace right here. So we'll clean this off. And here we go. I need to do this. All right. Never stick your spatula inside this without removing it, because your hands sometimes think for themselves and they can press the button, and then you could lose a spatula and splatter the batter. So here's my hot water with a little bit of dish soap. And I always keep this off to the side because when I'm soaping, I just place it in there with the initial mix, and then I clean it off between each color. Let's see. Oh, this is nice, and it smells so good. I love it. All right, so I've got this, and I always have a little. Let me pull that out in case I have a little bit of left over, and so I'll just pour the excess in there. But I think it should all fit into here. If it doesn't, I've got that as a just in case. And with coconut, 100% coconut soap, it solidifies pretty quickly. And since I'm not selling the bar outright, I don't care if it goes through gel phase, which coconut oil does get hot. This one has gotten really hot on me, and when it goes through the saponification, and here we go. Look at that. It fits beautifully. So it will go through gel. See, I just splattered all over the counter. I usually wear an apron. My daughter got me a soaping apron for, I believe it was my birthday. And I use that thing all the time. I love it. It's fun. I just didn't wear it today for some silly reason. Silly. So I'm going to put that off to the side. Let me get a paper towel. Usually have a rag, a wet rag that I usually keep, but I don't know why I didn't do it. I was just thinking this would probably be really easy. Okay, so all I need to do is put this off to the side and let it cure overnight, get nice and hard, and then I take a cheese grater, the fine grater, and I grate it, and I put a little bit of about 2 ounces of baking soda in there. So this is the laundry detergent portion. I'm going to keep my mask on because I don't know how powdery it's going to be. Like I said, I usually do this out in the garage because it is so powdery and it gets a mess everywhere. But I went ahead and put this through a strainer to get all the hard, big chunks out of there. So everything's in powder form. I will tell you how much I use and at what weight as I go along. And then I will also have this recipe in the description of this video. All right. So this is 15 ounces of borax. To that, I am going to add 4.5 ounces of my coconut soap that you just saw me make. This is from the last batch. I need 4.5 ounces. And like I said, there's so many soapers and just, homesteaders that they've got their own. And all I can say is you tweak the recipes that you can find, or you make it your own. I did do the research on, the percentages and everything. And so, everybody's going to have their own little different take on it. So here is and I always like to work with ounces. That's just my thing. So this is 4.5 ounces of the shredded soap. And like I said before, there is, when this thing was full, there was an extra 2 ounces of baking soda. Doesn't make a difference. Everything is just fine. Oh, that smells so good. Gonna get my spoon. This smells amazing still. It's been months and months, and it still has the lemon essential oil fragrance in there. It smells delicious. All right, so that was the only thing I needed to do. So I mix this after each ingredient I put in. Okay, so 15 ounces of borax, and then 4.5 ounces of the shredded soap. Then here is 15 ounces of super washing soda. So mix this up. Get it all well incorporated. And then this is, what does it say? Yeah, 12 ounces of baking soda. So I use a total of 15 ounces of baking soda. Well, not a total, because 2 of it went into the shredded soap, and I don't use all the shredded soap in one go. So there's probably about maybe 14 ounces of baking soda. No, there's probably about 13.1 or something. I don't know. I can't remember how many small bags, because I usually make a couple of these at a time and bag the detergent up. Okay, so it's 15 borax, 15 super washing soda, 13 baking soda, and then here is my secret weapon. All right, I used to use the whole container, small container of OxiClean, and I looked up the active ingredient in OxiClean, and it is called sodium percarbonate. This is the active ingredient in OxiClean. This works great, and I put 2.75 ounces of that in here. This is where I stop and I put it in 16-ounce bags. And actually, I do like a double batch, so I can have a lot more of these bags. So in this bag, you use 1 to 2 tablespoons for a small to medium load. Like, so if you have a small, you use 1 tablespoon. If you have a medium, even to a large load, 2 tablespoons. And then for an extra large load, even though it says a large to extra large, you don't need the 3 tablespoons for your large, but you probably, to be on the safe side, would need it for an extra large. And I'm talking about a very full washer. I will tell you what I use for my large loads. So as I said, this is going to be my personal detergent. So I'm adding 1 extra ingredient in here that I like. And as I said before, it's a personal preference. I use Arm & Hammer Clean Sensations, and it is the Clean Meadow fragrance. I love this one. It smells great to me. And it goes so well with the lemon in there. And I use about 20 ounces. And this is a 24, yeah, that's 24 ounces. So I don't even use all of it. So actually, I'm going to reduce it by 5. I want to use 15 ounces. So it's like 15, 15, and 15. Oh, it smells so good. And you could still smell the lemon with it. And it just smells amazing. But like I said, this is for my home. I don't add this for the one I'm selling because I feel that fragrances, you know, for people who don't want fragrance, they can just leave it out. You just have a light lemon fragrance in it. It smells fresh. I haven't had anybody complain about the fragrance for the cleaning products. But you know, you can't make everybody happy. So this smells so good. And then, but some, like my daughters, I'll have one of these without the beads or the crystals in there, and they'll put their own fragrance boosters in there. And it just works really well. But this, for me, this is all I need. And since I put the extra in there, I kind of double up. So this is, as I showed before, this is my detergent container. And this is a 2 tablespoon scoop. And I usually do wash extra large. It's very rare that I do something smaller. So if I have a small load, I would use half of this. Actually, you know, no, I would actually use like just shy of a full scoop because there is scent crystals. So for a small to medium load, I would use like that much for a small, and then probably a full one for a medium. And then for my large to extra load, I usually wash extra large. Let's just be honest. I hate doing laundry, so I like to do it like once or twice a week. But the washer's full, and I'll do a 2 scoop, which usually ends up to being a little under 2 tablespoons, or just a little. It's no, under 3 tablespoons because of the crystals I add in there. Getting my math all weird. Okay, so all we do is just dump this in here, and I can't, I've got a bad shoulder, so this is about as full as I want to go. And like I said, the last time I filled this was late summer, so it's been months. It's January now. I probably filled it, I want to say August, mid-August that I did this. And that's how long this portion lasts for a family of 4. And both my girls, they do their own laundry. So I put that right there. And this is homemade laundry detergent. So I hope y'all like this recipe. I hope you give it a try. And if you don't want to do this whole thing and buy all the boxes and stuff, you can go online and buy a bag. I sell these at HoxleyWholeSoap.com. It's under the specialty products, and I just posted it. There's the ingredients, there's the directions and the description. And you can buy this for $10 to give it a try before you make your own. So that's something. So everybody, have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Okay, I just wanted to show y'all, it's been literally 1.5 hours since I've poured this. I've just been editing, and it's already rock hard. I'm not going to touch it because, you know, it's still in a saponification process, so it's still cooking, but it's hard as a rock. I'm pressing really hard, and it's starting to crack because it's so hot, and it hasn't been in the oven. Yeah, it's 115 degrees Fahrenheit, or 116. It's getting hotter. So yeah, 117. As you can see, it's just climbing. And then, so 47 degrees Celsius. And let's put it on there again. We're just watching it go up. 117. It's just climbing. There you go. So that's a fun little So it shows you what 100% coconut oil soap does.